right, so let's take a look. So here is Google, and it's traded at 141.18. All right, so here's if you did just to show you the comparison. Here's Google long the stock with the protective put entered on the 15th of March 2024. So Google is trading at $141.18, and on the 2nd of December, Google's trading at $315.69. So this is the covered stock with the protective put. And so here's the value of that. That per share was $315.86, and the cost of the trade was $148.80. Okay, so let me just kind of walk you through this. So what this was buying Google. If you bought the shares at $141.18, and then you added the protective put, that trade cost was then $148.80 per 100. Okay, so that was what that would cost. Now, here is where that was trading on the 2nd of December. So the value of this trade on the 2nd of December was $315.86. Okay, so the value, this went up in value from 148.80 to 315.86. This is if you were long those shares with the protective put. Okay, so this is long 100 shares with the protective put. So your value was $167.06 per share, or on 100 shares, that would be up $16,706. Okay, that was the increase. Okay, so this is per share, and then this is what the value would be on per 100 shares. All right, so pretty good, nice return. So you're up $16,706 on your total cost of $14,880. So you're up $112.27. All right, so this is long the shares with the protective put, 100 shares. Now, here's the deal with a synthetic long. Okay, this is the beauty of it. So here it is doing the same thing, but using this with a synthetic option plus the protective put. All right, on this was going out to the 18 June 2026. Okay, so leaps when this was done. And so this was going out in that option series. And then on the 15th of March 2024, this was trading at 141.18. All right. So then on the 12th, on December 2nd, it was traded at 315.76. So here was the trade set up. Here was it cost to do this. This was going long the 140 call and short the 140 put, and it's costing you $21.18. Okay. Now you can see where the value went. Now the value on the 2nd December, that value is blown out to $179.02. Okay, so this went up. Now this is up 157.84 cents, or on 100 shares equivalent, that's up $15,784. Okay, so this is the value of that. So you can see look at the return on this one. So you're up $15,784 on your cost of $2,100, basically $2,100. So up 745% return on capital versus the covered stock with the protective put was up 112. So, basically up 6.5, a little over 6 times more return using the synthetic long versus the outright shares. So that's the beauty of it. That's how you can really take advantage of a really great uptrend and have your cost a fraction of the cost of owning the outright shares. Now the other part of this trade though was to then what you do on it, just like a covered call, each week or each month you sell calls against